Hello, so today I'm going to read a passage from my journal, a poem that I wrote. I've been keeping journals since I was 14 years old, mostly of poetry, and then when I was 16 I started actually writing, journaling, like my day-to-day life. So this is book 4 in my journal series. It's called The Inside Story, and the poem I'm going to read to you today is called Flight of the Faeries. I wrote it when I was 17 in 2003. So, Flight of the Faeries. The eve the leaves had fallen, the crimson, gold, and green, where butterflies were flighty, and angels could be seen. A single blood-red leaf swayed towards the earth, and the emerald eye of innocence was given a new birth. The silence pierced the forest, it numbed the owl's cry. With Lady Death upon us, the moon could barely shine. Yet through the dust it sparkled, the rain would part its fall, and the mightiest mountains would yield for her call. No voice, no sound was spoken, her skin was softer than worm silk, her innocence was blessed, and she fed off warm breast milk. Flightier than feathers, essence seen by night, woven within the pathways was the beauty of her light. Yet born to this perfection, our fairy came to know that Lady Death was watching, and that blood could always flow. In an isolated village, a child left her home. She ran from all the footsteps, and in the depths she roamed. Beneath the stars and moonlight, our fairy saw the child's fright. She saw the stolen innocence. She saw blood stain the night. She caressed the child gently, staining her own porcelain skin, and she took in all her pain, and through the child's eyes she saw the sin. A new sensation trapped her as the rain fell from her eyes. The more she touched the child, through her ears there echoed lies. The magic of the forest began to fade away. The crickets ceased to chirp, the greens turned into grays. The trees they started twisting, creating a spider's web. The water ceased to trickle, it began to flood instead. The stars turned into darkness, innocence to stone. The other fairies took to flight and left the child alone. To the skies our fairy watched, as one by one the others flew. Trying to escape, the curse the forest grew. Her fairy wings were torn, her knowledge was diseased, and the child still lay gently, captured in her dreams. And Lady Death she came, she took the life of one too young, and our fairy's eyes were cold, no songs were to be sung. A mist masked the forest, and fire to the town, a hatred for the humans, and our fairy's heart was found. The forest lost its wisdom, it lost its hopes and dreams, it lost its fairy folk, it lost its chuckling streams. And our fairy girl, once beauty, forever pays the price, devoured by the darkness to an eternal hopeless life. Our fairy learned the horrors beyond the forest spell, one that we all know way too well, and the shock it shook her reality, it killed her very soul, it stopped the river flowing, it froze the burning coals. But our fairy had a choice. Instead of feeling all the lies, she could have shown the child the world through her eyes.